Okay guys, welcome to the Frugal Homestead. I'm Tony, and today I want to talk to you about something that every homestead, mini farm, small property owner, I feel should have. Now for me it's dual purpose. For those of you who don't know, we actually do a hiking and backpacking channel as well, and this product kind of fits into that market as well for what we use it for. After living out on this property and realizing how much our power goes down and stuff, I like to be aware of what's going on, when things are going to get fixed, what's going to happen, what's up with the weather. I try to stay informed as much as I can. Unfortunately, media right now, not so good at that. You know, they want to put in breaks and give us weather when they want to, and that drives me nuts. So, on a recent trip, we went down to North Carolina and South Carolina, and halfway down we started biting our nails because a huge storm was supposed to hit the East Coast. And we were going to be in an area with no cell phone service, basically all alone, hiking for like 70 or 80 miles. So I was concerned. Thinking about that, and then thinking about what we've gone through in the past here, because actually about 8 to 10 years ago we did 3 weeks in a giant ice storm with no power here in Ohio, and we were just iced and snowed in. There's nothing you could do. And I remember that time, and I think it was killing us just to be able to find out what the weather was, because you would plug in a stereo to your car or sit out in the car and listen and wait for them and be at their mercy to give you the weather forecast, and they gave you very vague weather. So I said I wasn't going to have that anymore. So I started going to Walmart, Menards, all of them, looking for an NOAA weather band radio. I want real weather, and I want it now. So looking around, I was seeing them for about 35 to 65 bucks, and they weren't really anything other than just a stupid radio you plugged in, and that's not what I wanted. I wanted something with a little bit more features and a little bit more ways to use it. So actually, amazingly enough, our backpacking channel got an email from a company that said, hey, we've got this outdoor survival / NOAA radio with a bunch of other features in it. Would you be interested in buying one at a discounted rate? And I said, well, yeah, I've been looking for one. If your radio is good enough, I'll buy one. And then if I like it, I'll review it. If I won't, I will tell everybody that it sucks. And they said they were fine with that. They're new to the market. They do a lot in Australia, the UK, the Middle East. They're now bringing their products to the US through Amazon. So they gave me a 20% off discount code for this guy and said I could share it with you guys. So in the description box, you'll see a discount code and an Amazon link to get this guy and get it 20% off, which when you see all these features, you're going to be like, no way. And first I want to say, this doesn't feel like China junk, alright? This is hard, nice, solid plastic. This is not something you're going to drop and it's going to shatter a million pieces. And you'll see when the parts move and you hear things what I mean. But let's get started. So the first thing we all are into this is we want to hear the radio. Now, on the front you've got 3 settings. You've got weather band, FM, and AM. Obviously I can't turn on FM or AM, or YouTube's new copyright tool will smash me. So we'll have to work with the weather band. So you turn your bottom knob.
Light and variable.
So that's the one from Worcester.
Lower 50s.
That's the one from Athens, which is 35 minutes south of me.
Morgan, Hocking, Vinton, and Jackson County, Ohio. Lows in the upper 30s.
That's the one up north in Columbus, which is almost an hour from us.
Highs in the mid 60s. Sunday night, mostly.
As you heard, it gets plenty loud. And we're picking up 3 different districts on the weather band. I'm really sorry I can't turn on the FM and AM for you, but it's much louder on FM and AM. But the problem is the copyright tool smashes video. So I'm not even going to bother. Now, you say, radio's great, but we still got to plug it in, right? Wrong. First off, if you look on the front, there's this little red light. I know it's kind of hard to see. That means it's charging. It has a very small solar panel on top. Now granted, this thing ain't going to charge it up super fast, But if it's just sitting out somewhere, it's getting power. It's keeping the battery tended. It's got a lithium-ion battery in it. That said, you also have the ability to hand crank it. So you can crank it up this way, get the power you need. This is not one of those real loose, chintzy cranks. You can feel it. You're working when you're cranking this. All right? So you can do it that way. Another option is it has an option for 3 AAA batteries. All right? So you can charge it and power it that way. On the bottom, you got a AAA and a lithium-ion setting. So you can use the built-in lithium-ion battery, or you can use the AAAs. Now also on the bottom, you have 3-position sensor. This would be more for on our backpacking side, but it also might work for you at home if there was some kind of emergency. So if you turn it to SOS, that allows you to have an alarm to warn others or to tell others to come help you. Now, there's another position there. You can see the middle one is just standard. The other position has a cell phone. And what that's for is, here in the side, this has USBs and chargers. Now, you can use those to charge your cell phone. I tested it on my Samsung S7, and it charges it. Now, you're not going to fill your phone up with this unless you're going to sit there and crank it and fill it yourself. And it's going to take a while. I do not know if this will work with iPhone, because we all know that iPhones can be a little touchy about how they're charging. So I don't have an iPhone available to me to test it. I can't tell you whether it'll work for that or not. You might be able to take this and charge a battery bank and then use that battery bank to charge your iPhone if that's a thing for you. This thing comes in at 10 ounces. But on our Homestead here, this thing just sitting in the window doing nothing until it's time to be needed is worth every cent it's paid for it. But there's more features. So, when the power goes out, you lose your lights. Say it goes out at night. You're going to stumble around looking for batteries, flashlights, whatever. Once again, head for this radio, because on the front, you got a flashlight. It also has a projection. Turn it in, turn it out to zero the beam. Now, I found this, and this is one of the main selling points I like. An LED strip bar. Now, when I took this out of the box, now this thing been sitting in the box, man. This has been in there for a while. That light bar ran for 4.5 hours. I never touched it. I never cranked it up. I never did nothing. I just flipped that open when I found it and left it open, and it ran for 4.5 hours with the power that was already in the battery from the factory. Okay? That is awesome. I have not tested to see how long it will overall run when you charge it up good. But I would guess it's quite a run. But in things like this, it's not such a necessity that they run a long time, because it's just as simple as a few cranks or letting it sit in the sun a little bit and get some sun. I know some people will say this is overboard. I know some people from, say, the prepper community or some in tornado areas and stuff will say this is exactly what every homestead needs and will support this. Whichever way you feel about it is fine. But there's never anything wrong with being prepared without going overboard. The cost effectiveness alone of this makes it a really great item to me. This company is putting out a lot of stuff that's going to fit well into our environment as they come to the US market. They have a real nice square tray food dehydrator that I'm talking to them about, and I'm hoping that I get a chance to buy one with another discount, because I would love to have that square tray dehydrator. The hole in the center in ours makes it hard to do some things that would be a heck of a lot easier in a square one. So I've looked through this company. They're cherry picking the best things for survival, homestead, farm, outdoors. They're picking all the best products and building them like this, feature rich and at a reasonable price. And as long as they're willing to keep giving us discount codes, I'm going to keep bringing them to you guys. Because there's no reason you need to be paying full price for these products, buying them out of big box stores. So I just wanted to come share this with you. You can take it for what it is. It's going to be a part of our homestead. It's going to be in the window of our kitchen every day, charging. We'll use it here and there as we need it. But with this oncoming winter, and as weird as the weather's been in Ohio this year, I have no doubt we're going to have a goofy winter and we're going to lose power again. As you can see behind me, we've built up a huge firewood pile to be ready for it. And this gives us just that extra little peace of mind that everything's going to be all right. And I may even have my wife put this in her truck on the days that it's really nasty and she's got to go to work. That way she has something extra there for whatever reason. So until next time, guys, I'm Tony with the Frugal Homestead, and we hope you'll join us in more videos and like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.